All right, good morning. It's Bobby at Bobby's Hobbies, and we've put the motor units back inside of the T1. We've also made a front glass out of a piece of plastic from, guess what? One of these plastic forks. And then we melted it and put a little glue on it, but it shines kind of nice when the light's on, so we'll see that later. But now we've got these screws from Radio Shack. There they are, the Radio Shack screws. Radio Shack's not around anymore, so it won't be too easy to find that, unfortunately. All right, but now it's time to connect these two. So we know that this is going to be positive or negative. The same for this. It can't touch. Could make a metal thing, a drawbar, and insulate it. But I said, why not make one out of plastic? So, I always save the spare sprues. There was a guy I knew back in the 70s who seemed like an old guy, and he was in his 20s, and I was a teenager or whatever, and he was always telling me how to make model kits. He was such a great guy. And then one year, summer, he was up at like a summer camp or something, and he drowned. And that was awful. He was I think his name was Curtis. Yep, he was such a nice, God rest your soul, Curtis. What a great guy. He was showing me all different ways to make models. He was like a champion model builder. And I never forgot him. But anyway, he always said, save the plastic, you can make stuff out of it. So I said, okay. And boy, he was right. So there you go. Now, I see whoever did this originally drilled a hole in the wrong spot. Can you see that? It should be a little over. So it's a little cockeyed. I might have to make a 2-part swivel thing out of this. That's the other drawback. But if we have to do that, I'm ready, because I could reach into my ancient parts bin, which, believe it or not, I've got handy over here. This I've had since literally when I was a little kid. And I always put parts in here and say, I may use this, I may use that. And I know there's something in here that I could use. But where it is right now, I don't know. But there was always, is that it? There was always it was a side rod. But a small side rod. Here it is. Is it? Yep. There it is on the bottom. See, I could use this side rod from some ancient steam engine. This is time for the needle nose. See that? Here you go. That's a good side. That side rod could be a good drawbar. So we might have to do that. Also, this is much higher than this, so we need a step down, and that's going to be this. So we're going to get our Radio Shack bolt. We're going to stick it through there. We're going to stick this here. See that? Doo-doo-doo. Instead of holding this up in the air, just going to put it down there. Put that to the side. Now, if I really wanted to be smart, because it's funny, it's slippery, and yet it's like a glue. I can add a little dash of this lithium. I keep thinking of the Star Trek episode, the movie with the red matter. And they screw up all kinds of stuff. Oh, here's an interesting thing. Let's see if this interferes with that. You never know, it might. Might have to have a narrower profile. Yep. It might be okay, it might not be okay. Don't know. Don't like it. No, I don't like it. It's too thick right there. I mean, it might be okay. Just don't know. Now, this metal touching this is all the same polarity. So that shouldn't matter. You know what? I'm going to have to take that washer off. It was a nice idea, the washer, but sometimes nice ideas don't work. I mean, these things are a little clunky, but oh yeah, it's through the top, if you could see it. See that? It came through. Now, okay, well, unfortunately, the camera was off. Okay, so we want to see if this is going to be at the right level. If this is flush, it might not really be so hot. It's got to be a little more forgiving. So I think we're going to have to shave this down. Yep. Gonna have to shave this down. Try to use an X-Acto because it's only shitty plastic. It's not that shitty. I'm gonna take this off camera, be right back. Alright, we have to clear out our camera cache or cache, because it's got too much stuff in it. So it's running into problems. So to make things short, I shaved this down ever so slightly. We're going to reattach it. Going to attach it to this. And I'm going to hope that when we attach the after the drawbar, I can just get it to start so it holds, right? Then we're going to attach this to the tender and possibly give this a test run. Now I know it works electrically because I tested it on the little test track, which is in the distance over there. I was thinking the tender could derail this thing. Yeah, this thing could be a problem. I've also got these little nuts. I can put that on the other side of this. Yeah, let's do it. We got it. Why not? Let's use it. So, I probably just make a tiny, yeah, I had a tiny hole here. I took one out. See? Comes out, and the rest of them stay in. This is a job for Mr. Magnet. So, I happen to have a lot of magnets. Put a magnet on here. Yeah, it'll help to hold this. Sometimes better to do it by hand. Because I don't have those little hands anymore. Now another way to do it and cheat, be sneaky, is that crazy lithium paste. Oh, this must be magnetized too. Wow, it doesn't want to come off. Let's try the lithium paste on my finger. Probably not good. Almost had it. All right, let's see. Let's try it without the magnet. All right, I'll get it on. Okay, I got it on off camera by putting it on upside down so that the nut rested on my finger. Then I felt it on, and then I was able to turn it once it got caught. Well, since it fell over, I could show you. See, there's the nut in there. All right, now this wants to fall over. We'll use this little buddy here to hold him in place. I'm just guesstimating that this is the right height. We don't know. Okay, well, got a lot of camera troubles today. We had to drill a hole because we couldn't get that bolt out. And now we're going to try to put this contact in here. Okay. If we can get that to stick, if this wire isn't broken in here, which kind of looks like it is, but may not be. We'll find out in a minute. Bleep, bleep, bleep. Bleep, 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 went the dragon. Ding, 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 went the bell. Little file. Just try to make it a little bit more forgiving to hold. Okay, we're going to switch screws. The screw is nice and all that. However, I think we're going to be better off with a jagged edge brass screw. These screws. Okay, here's T-1 4444 by Bowser that I just put together. There's the other one, which is wired in reverse. Okay, this is just a little quick video. This is the T1 I've been working on. I just attached the trucks. It hasn't really been cleaned on the wheels, just lightly with alcohol. Has been lubed, all put together, new wiring. This is the other one from train show. So both these are from train shows, but this one is as is. It's wired in reverse. So when I throw the switch, that goes that way. And this one, that light's a little exaggerated. Sometimes it's better to have things bigger than life. Alright, there you go. I don't have time to run it right now. I gotta go do some stuff. But I just wanted to give you a peek. So that plastic drawbar is holding up well. As you see, they would both meet, and I got to put a light on that one, fix the light on the original one, which is down below. And there's the other big Bowser. That's the Challenger. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.